A Alpine Fox, 4, sorry. I don't know why I misread that as Fox. How's it going? There is a reason why my camera's not on. I may put it on later, but I've got a delivery coming, and I don't think people would want to see me stuffing my face on camera, so hopefully you'll understand. Yeah, I remember you. I remember you've been here in the past. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. If you wouldn't mind just giving a like. Um, if you feel like it. So since we have three people here, well, that I can see, um, or based on what it's telling me, what kinds of things should we chat about? Oh, well, thank you for dropping by. Um, that one dragon puppeteer, hello. How are you? Appreciate you coming on by. You like sick? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Erica Vargas. Also, your name is very similar to me very familiar to me for some reason. Um, Maybe it's because you've been in the chat before, or you're a sub of mine. Um, Happy to hear it. That one dragon puppeteer. Um, if you all wouldn't mind just dropping a like. Again, never gonna demand, but you know, if you feel like it. Thank you so much, Dragon Puppeteer. Hey there, Sonny. How goes? How goes it? Where am I from? Well, country-wise, I am from the United States. Unless you meant state. In which case, I am from Pennsylvania. Pretty good turnout so far, if those views are to be believed. Anyway, since you may not have since you may not have well, I'm not going to be getting a new phone anytime soon, so that shouldn't affect me. But yeah, it is unfortunate. That whole tariff thing. Uh, anyway, um, you wouldn't have known this, but I leaving my camera off because I have a delivery coming, and I wouldn't want to have my face. I wouldn't want to, show myself stuffing my face. I just don't think that would be respectful. Um, oh, from India. Nice. I once had a friend and well, I say friend from India. What I really mean is, I used to chat with somebody from India on Discord, and we chatted pretty much all the time. Um, I know he told me that his uncle is a physician in the U.S. and that he was hoping to okay, Dragon Puppeteer, thank you for stopping by and subbing and whatnot. Take care. But yeah, he told me he had an uncle here who's a physician and that he was this was years ago. He may actually be an United States citizen. Well, if not citizen, he may be living here now. I'm not entirely sure. It's a shame too because we got along pretty good. We talked all the time. We actually chatted about potentially meeting at some point, but I have no way of contacting him because that was my old Discord profile, which I stupidly locked myself out of. So, yeah, I can't even remember his Discord name. Met him through a server for Death Stranding. Um, but I've also yes, absolutely. Like the hospital my mom used to work at. Um, there were people from India who worked there. Um, and actually, my stepfather was in India once. He was on a business trip there. His accounting firm had a branch in India as well, and he was there for management reasons. He and one of the employees from the India a branch in India came over here. I think it was just overnight, and they had work to do. It's the first ever time I ever tried Indian food. Please do not take this as an insult, but I'm a wuss when it comes to spicy food. Well, maybe I shouldn't say wuss. I like some spice, but when it's really spicy, I just can't handle it. But anyway, as for what do I do? Well, not anything at the moment. Uh, oh really? So forgive my ignorance, but I thought that was what India cuisine was all about, was spicy. Are there a fair amount of food options there that aren't spicy, or are they just on the milder side? Okay. Well, again, forgive my ignorance. I shouldn't have assumed. You know, um, I try not to be that guy. Because it's not like I assume that everyone in Japan eats. Or I'm not gonna say that because it's gonna make me sound a certain way. But yeah. Um, actually, I did have at a food court. I had something pretty good that was what was it? I want to say it was called lemon chicken with rice and something. And that was pretty good. Okay, that makes sense. I feel like I've heard that before. Yeah, that's what I must have had. Food from do you pronounce it Punjab or is it? Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. I've also seen it spelled with an I. I'm not sure what the I means. Maybe it's like how, for example, in America, a person would refer to themselves as an American. So would somebody from that part in India call themselves Punjabi? I guess it's similar to how somebody from Iran would call themselves an Iranian. Yeah, you could tell I'm not that smart when it comes to other countries and culture. Heck, there's a lot I still don't know about my own country. um, oh well, thank you. Happy to hear that. Oh, okay. Is that as you probably know, in America we have states. Is that kind of like a state in India, or is that a city? Also, that's nice. Known for sugar. I'm guessing you export a lot of sugar from there, or you trade with other countries. Okay, it's a state. Yeah, I guess that is pretty silly because obviously I know that Tokyo is a city in Japan, and they would call it a city in China. Trying to think, Beijing. I believe Beijing is a city. Um, oh, very cool. I think that's probably the case for most countries. Well, not no, 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 well with most countries in relation to their states or whatever word they would use to refer to states by. Um, it's like in the U.S. Texas, for example, is big on barbecue. Um, Florida, with Florida, it's Cuban food mostly. Louisiana, I think it's like what do they call it? Creole, and some other kind of cuisine. I think there's even French influences there. And in other states, it's just fish, like just seafood. Um, anyway, yes, and obviously, pretty much every other country that's not the U.S. is as you know eats healthier, which is of course not a surprise. Um, India, you have a saying. Hmm. I'll have to try and remember that. Right. So I guess it's kind of like not exactly the same thing, but it kind of reminds me of somebody saying the water changes, or maybe it's almost like a reference to saying in every part of the sea you'll find different kinds of fish. Oh, okay. I get you. Now, because I know people from India will sometimes be referred to as Indian. Um, how do people from your country feel about that being called Indian? Um, it's probably just me, trying to be too cautious. Uh, well, maybe I worded that wrongly, wrongfully. Um, like I've heard I would hear my mom refer to doctors from India, and she would say, "Oh, he's," if it would be relevant to the conversation, she would refer to him as Indian because he's from India. Um, and I guess the way I look at it is, why not just say this person is from India? I mean, it's like probably overthinking it. I know with certain people, they would prefer to be referred. They would prefer to be called by. Oh, a mystery. What is this mystery? It would be so funny if you're the person I used to talk to on Discord, and I just don't know because you never know, right? I see. Barat. I've heard that word before. That is how you pronounce it, right? Barat. Ah, okay. So it's like a long A, so it'd be like Barat. Okay, I see. Oh, okay. So that's the gotcha. Well, by all means, feel free to say whatever's on your mind. I like to share too. All here are welcome uh, to speak on to talk about anything that they want to talk about as long as there's nothing insulting. Uh, so what is that? Is that a is I assume that's a company? Oh, okay. Speaking of, Germany is a country that I would love to visit, partially for personal reasons. My grandfather wasn't living in Germany, but uh, like that's where he that's where his direct like I that's where his great great grandfather would have come from, or grandmother. And I've heard that they are very nice people. And I mean, yeah, that can be said for a lot of countries, but some countries I hear that about more than others. And Germany always ranks up there. They also like to have a good time, and hey, that's the way to be, right? Um, Heck, if I had the ability to leave the U.S., I'd probably live in Germany or somewhere else. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. What? I'm sorry. What did you miss? I can say it again. Yeah, I haven't really been keeping up with it, but it's all I can say is I'm so sorry that that's happening. I mean, obviously, I have no control over that, but I cannot imagine what it's like living in your country and just I'd imagine a lot of people are probably terrified. Um, I'm sure it's the same way in Pakistan as well. I mean, by and large, the people don't want war, no matter what the reasoning is. Nobody wants war. Nobody wants China don't attack what China what attack India? Yeah, that wouldn't be good at all. That would be that would be ugh. So wait, China's actually considering invading? Great. I hate to be that kind of guy, but I like to think that maybe certain things wouldn't be happening if a certain other person was leading the U.S. instead of this big orange blob. That's what I call him. I don't believe that deserving of being referred to by name or by title because he's just a disgrace. Unfortunately, yes, but you know when you have a moron with the mentality of a child with none of the compassion of one. Uh, you know, it's pretty much just a bunch of hot air. No actual strength. No reasoning. No intelligence. Just pure chaos. And you know, he's not capable of being diplomatic. He's not capable of uh, brokering deals. The only thing he's capable of is sitting on his big rump and raking in the cash. Literally all he's capable of. And yeah, I'm sure there'd still be I'm sure there would still be conflicts. Like obviously what's still going on in Ukraine, but with competent leadership in place of what we have at the moment, I mean, we wouldn't be in a trade war with China. We wouldn't you know, be poking the bee's nest. Um hmm? Sorry, what's better than before? Oh, that's cool. Obviously, China's number one. And I'm guessing Japan is probably up there too. 36. Well, I mean, maybe at the moment we're number one, but that's not going to last with the moron in charge. We were talking about the conflict in China, and he was telling me. Wait, did I say the conflict in China? I meant India. Wow, where's my head at? And how there's a probability that China might attack India, which I really hope doesn't happen. I mean, I really hope that no conflicts happen, but unfortunately, the way things are now, conflict is seemingly. He's definitely not a solid businessman. Everything he ever owned was given to him. He's bankrupted every country and is the sole reason why things are so bad here economically at the moment. Just because he's rich doesn't mean he's a good businessman. Same thing with Musk. Musk is a terrible businessman. We've all seen, how he's, yeah, Trump, exactly. It is exactly who I'm talking about. Or as I call him, the orange blob. He is a disgrace. He has no business sense whatsoever. If he had business sense, he never would have picked a fight with China. Ever. I mean, you don't even need to be a competent businessman to know that picking a fight with China is one of the dumbest things you can ever do. I mean, well, I'm not gonna sit here and say that would necessarily be a great businessman either. But the man has experience as a politician, and you know he understands the inner workings of the government, and how to talk to other world leaders without being a complete jerk. Um, I mean, yeah, he's making money, but the tariffs are hurting everybody else. I completely understand this on purpose, but it is also stupid at the same time because if this was being intelligently done, he'd be doing it in such a way to where he wouldn't be angering other countries. Like someone from someone high, in the government from China pretty much said, if you want to go to war, we're ready for you. Like, when somebody high up at China says that, from China says that, it pretty much tells me, yeah, man, you better stop this because I mean, and it would be the same for any country, but if there was one country that you should never want to anger, in my opinion, they're tops. Like okay, yeah, you're not going to necessarily have them as friends, but you can at least have them as allies. And at the end of the day, the only thing that China cares about is their own self interest. And I don't mean the people. I mean their government is all they care about is their own self interest. Um, yeah. And as for Russia, because people have it in their heads that they're buddy buddy. They're only friends so long as Russia is beneficial to China. If Russia started becoming a problem, China would pull out. They'd be like, "We're done with you." Like I highly doubt that Ping and Xi Jinping and Putin are literally buddy buddy. Behind closed doors, they probably say things about each other. Um, oh, you have Russia. That's right, right. I do not know what Putin did. I pretty much keep away from the news. Uh, but once again, feel free to say it. Um, but I have an idea as to what it's probably going to be. I'm guessing you're going to say that Russia is pretty. Okay. Well, hey, that's good. But I guess who knows? Maybe this is the start of a conflict between Russia and China. Not that I want that, obviously. Again, I would prefer there to be no conflicts. But also, not that you asked, but since we're on the subject, a friend of mine actually has a friend who's originally from Russia. Uh, he's got dual citizenship, and he hangs around every once in a while. He said he's afraid to go back. He at this point he does not want to go back to Russia. I don't know. I don't know what changed. What changed for him? Okay. Well, no. Again, I'm wondering if I should even comment on any of this because I really don't understand it. It's hard for me to. Um, I mean, hey, any country helping another country to try and stave off war or make it the damage as minimal as possible is always great, no matter the reasoning, as long as things ultimately turn out for the best. Um, Although that said, I'd be wary of anything that Kim Jong Un wants, because I'd imagine it's also because because the thing that so many people still don't understand is that there's always the potential for war to go beyond the countries that are currently involved. It can always become a world war. And so, which is why I would always get so frustrated by people that would complain about the fact that we were giving you aid to Ukraine. Number one, it's helping people. It doesn't matter what country you're from. In my eyes, if a country can help another country and in an attempt to try to bring about peace, to try to stop a war as quickly as possible, that's never a bad thing. We shouldn't be thinking about, oh, we're giving so much money to all these other countries. So what? We should want to help people. Not just the US, every country should want to help people. Because we're all human beings. Like this obsession with our country is, the only thing we care about, that whole pride thing to me is just ridiculous. Like imagine how many positive changes would be brought about if there was a lot less of that pride. If there weren't so many Americans here belly aching over money being sent to another country to protect them and just shutting their mouths and being like, well, yeah, it's the right thing to do. They were illegally attacked. They were invaded. I mean, it would never come to this, but I would hope that we would even do that for potential adversaries. Well, when I say adversaries, I mean countries that we're not necessarily friends with, but we're also not enemies of. And I feel like I read something about Turkey, but I'm not entirely sure. Well, didn't Turkey say that they're against Israel in attacking Gaza? Well, that's great to hear. Uh, and you said that something about Turkey did something or is doing something. Yeah, thank you. I feel like it's not only frustrating, it's embarrassing that the entire human race doesn't understand that we're all the same species. And I'll put it to you like this. Let's say, God forbid, a country was to attack us. Or look at the fires that happening in California. There was at least one or maybe two planes, maybe even more, from Ukraine coming over here to help fight those fires. That is the way the world should be. Countries helping each other. And I mean, heck, the economy is global. It's not our country has all the money and it's all self-sufficient. No. That's not the case for any country on the planet. I know this, and I'm not even an economic expert. It's just common sense. But so many people in this country just want to moan and whine about all the money that's going to help other countries. Well, okay. Think about it selfishly for a second then. You help out one country, they may return the favor. I mean, I don't think you should need favors. I think you should just do it because it's the right thing to do. Prevent people from being killed. I'm starting to wonder if a lot of, I hesitate to call them my fellow American citizens because they're just not good people, but I honestly wonder if all of those Americans just have this lust for violence. Like maybe that's the reason why so many of them are obsessed with owning guns because they're secretly psychotic and just want to hurt people. And that's not me trying to say anything against gun ownership. Um, but like the old saying goes, can't we all just get along? Can't we all just get along? Be kind to your neighbor, and they'll do for you in return. Did I go to college? No. Oh, okay, you were referring to Sonny, sorry. You mentioned you work for an electric company. Who's very smart, me? If so, I appreciate that. I don't always view myself as smart, but plenty of people have told me that throughout my lifetime. Um, you can share anything you want. But yeah, in my eyes, the true path to progress is for every country to work together. And I know that's not going to be possible for every country. But I feel like if most countries were working together in unit and were unified strongly, other countries might think twice before starting something. I mean, heck, wasn't that the entire point of NATO? Have a bunch of countries united together so that other countries would think twice before attacking one, and if they did attack one, they'd have the other members of NATO on them. Oh, you don't mean me. Okay. I had a feeling you didn't mean me. Oh? No, I didn't, but that's great. And that's how it should be. And, even if it isn't for moral reasons, there's a logical reason to do those things. Because the more friends you have, the more help you'll have in the future. And well, I appreciate you saying that, but I feel as though a lot of what I'm saying. Oh, you meant me. Okay. Hey, we're both smart. I mean, he's smarter than I am. He's college educated. He knows a lot about his country. I pretty much know nothing about mine. I'm just one of those. I don't know how I would say it. I'm one of those people who call me crazy, but I kind of feel like I have not the not the quality. I kind of feel like I, to an extent, have leadership qualities. Um, it's why, and this is gonna blow everybody's mind, but I considered uploading a video, uh, saying, you know what, I'm gonna run for president. I know 100% fact that I would never in a million years win, or even, get so much as 50 supporters. But I was gonna do that in the hopes that if enough people saw that video, it might encourage younger people to actually try to run for political office. And that would have been the point behind that video, to inspire. Hey, here's this nobody saying he's going to run for president. That's crazy. But you know what? It stoked a fire in me. And so if enough people saw that, maybe people in their 30s and their 40s would see that and it would resonate with them and they'd think, yeah, I now feel inspired enough to... I now feel inspired enough to do that myself. I'm gonna run for something. Because, I mean, sometimes that's all you need, to hear somebody else say it. You know? So there might be people here who actually could run and win the presidency, but they're afraid to say it out loud. And then they see somebody else say it before them, and then they don't feel like they're crazy anymore. They don't feel as worried about the backlash they might receive for saying that. That makes me feel very good to hear that. Again, I know nothing about your country, but seeing you speak so proudly about your prime minister tells me that he's a great leader. And at the end of the day, you know, what truly makes a great leader is compassion. Because the only role a leader has is to unite. To unite and to take care of the citizens. That's it. That's it. I mean, obviously, you have to know how the government works. You need to know who the best people are to put into the highest positions. That's something I don't have. But I mean, heck, the way I see it, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm not a billionaire, taking away the whole money aspect, I'd be even more qualified than Trump. Way more qualified than he is. You know, because that's the thing about a college degree, right? College degree doesn't... going to college doesn't necessarily make you intelligent. There's plenty of idiots who've gone to college and earned degrees. I mean, Dump, as I call him, has a college degree, but it was bought for him. He didn't actually study and put in the work. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. If you can help get as many views for that video as possible, I'll definitely do it. Because that video only works if a decent amount of people see it. And I don't mean a ridiculous amount of people. I'm just saying, like, let's say at least 10 to start. You know, if I could get 10 views for that video at least to start, and then keep it going. I don't do anything for a living at the moment. I'm on Social Security. I receive benefits. I am an aspiring writer. The video I said I was going to do where I suggest running for president. But once again, I have literally no knowledge of politics. I have no experience in anything that a real leader would be required to have. But that's also kind of the point to why I would put out that video, because we have a president now who doesn't have those qualities either. He's only in there because he's rich. That's literally it. He's only the president because he's got money. That's why I said if you take out the money aspect, then that somebody like me should be considered more qualified. It's government assistance, basically. Oh, okay. Gotcha. You know, what's interesting is, from what I've been told, the founders of our country, or at least one of them in Washington's case, they wanted the system to be designed so that any citizen could run for political office. They didn't want it to be set up to where only the powerful could run. They didn't want it to be set up so that only the rich could be in politics. They wanted it so that any citizen had a chance to become president, to become governor, to become a representative, to become a senator. That's how they wanted it. Well, we'll see what happens. I think they're in for a rude awakening if they do take them away. Because that would be one of the dumbest decisions they ever made. To take. I mean, because they wouldn't just be taking benefits away from me, somebody who does not support them, but they'll be taking away from most of their voters. Because the irony is that, as you are well aware of, a lot of their voters and his strongest supporters, they live off of benefits. And yet they voted for their benefits to potentially be taken away. If it wasn't reality, it'd be pretty hysterical, but it's not. Because that's a lot of people losing their lives. Potentially. I hear you on the wanting to make money. Which, by the way, is the reason why I was hoping that we could maybe collaborate, because I figured if, like the old saying, two heads are better than one. Although I may have, not a proposition, but I may know of a way for you to be able to make money. It is a job that involves the use of AI, but it's pretty simple as long as, I mean, you said that you're hoping to you're hoping to go to college. So if you're planning on going to college to become a social worker, you could definitely do this. It's basically So there's two companies. There's one called, well, I don't know if I should actually say it here, uh, just in case. But I could DM you about it. Most of your political leaders are political leaders are mostly uneducated. Huh. Well, see, here's the thing. What I was saying in regards to college is that going to college again does not make a person intelligent. They kind of already have to have intelligence on some level. All college really does is it allows you to take that intelligence and fine tune it. It's why I love that line of Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones when he says, "A mind needs books like a sword needs a whetstone." What he was obviously referring to is the fact that a whetstone sharpens a sword, and books sharpen the mind, just like education sharpens the mind. You learn more. You're not gaining something that's not necessarily already there. You're sharpening it. You're making it stronger. Um, and there's other benefits too, of course. I mean, the more you know, the more likely the more likely you are to improve your life. Education can be used for a variety of things. It can be used to learn how to make money in ways that you might not have ever thought of before. Oh, okay. And I mean, look at our country. So many of these CEOs are total morons. I mean, they were just either in the right place at the right time or they inherited it, like Musk. He didn't build all that wealth. He earned a lot. He was raised with riches. I don't know about Bezos and all of them, but they're not that intelligent. If they were intelligent, they never would have supported this man. That doesn't mean that all rich people are dumb. Just, you know, the ones in his corner. Oh, he is. Sorry. He absolutely is a psycho. He's definitely a psychopath. I mean, they all are. I'm not kidding when I say this. We have the Joker as our president. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. Uh, I'll probably see you next time I do a stream. But take care and until next time, see you later. Oh, I'm serious too. Um, why don't you Oh, you have cerebral palsy? Oh, my best friend has cerebral palsy. Um, I can understand that. I mean, I'm kind of in a better position because, while it doesn't make her rich, um, my mom makes a good amount from investments, uh, and because of that, um, I mean, she gets receives benefits too. She receives benefits through like retirement, but you know, thanks to those investments and other things, it's not like I would be homeless if those benefits were to be taken away. It would definitely hurt. It would definitely make an impact, but things should more or less be fine. Um, but yeah, my friend's in the same boat as you. Like I said, I'll DM you about that thing I was gonna say. And it is legit. I mean, hey, there's no reason why you should trust me. I'm a stranger, but it's legit. Um, I hear you. I've been paranoid pretty much every single day. Not just because of benefits, but because of that insanity RFK has said about more or less wanting to take people that are autistic and throw them into work camps. And I'm autistic. So that makes me a direct target of that insanity. Um, you know, and I'm sure that goes for everybody that's considered disabled. Um, but yeah, let's definitely collaborate and let's put our heads together and think of something that we can do to build ourselves up. Uh, I can get a friend of mine who also has a YouTube channel. He's got like 600 subs, and he wants to try and potentially make money off of YouTube as well. So it'll be a group effort. Um, well, here's a few positives. Number one, if you have other people helping you, your chances are greater than doing it alone. Um, and I mean, I only have like 76 subs, so that's not nearly enough to make it profitable. But um, maybe doing a collaboration will increase the amount of subs that you have. Um, Also, apologies for the chewing. I've I'm just eating dinner. Um, We absolutely can. Where should we do that? And it may not, but once again, I for me, giving up is not an option. I think your content is good. Yes. Um, I don't know if you know him, but there's a YouTuber named Darren Monroe. He's got like 41,000 subs. I actually found your channel because somebody in the comment section on one of his videos mentioned your name. Because the full name of the channel is Darren Monroe Politics. And um, he talks politics in a different way. Uh, he pretty much it's more positive. Um, it's telling you what you need to know without any of the stuff that you don't need to know. He doesn't go over all uh he doesn't go into the shock and all. He doesn't. He just tells people, look, this is what you need to know. This is what's most important. This is what you need to focus on. And remember that, there's a lot of people fighting this stuff. There's a lot of lawsuits that are being, thrown at the administration. You know, there's a lot of people standing up to this. And um, I kind of noticed that you do the same thing. You say things like I think the first video, one of the I don't remember the first video I saw of yours, but one of your videos talked about um, how there's so many people that are freaking out about there not being elections anymore, and uh, how democracy is dead and all that stuff, which is something that a lot of people need to hear. Um, if I might make a recommendation, if you want to, hey there, Z. Well, really two recommendations. One, I would share your channel on Instagram, maybe make another profile for it, and then also make one on Facebook, and see if you get any traffic from those places. That might help you to get more subs. Actually, it might help you out a lot. So since you weren't here earlier, again, I do apologize if I'm saying the name incorrectly. Is it Siu Dodano? Um, yeah, he's pretty much in the same boat as you and I are. Um, Actually, are you on Discord? Because if you want, you can join our Discord server. Um, Z, if you're still here, I don't know if you'd mind potentially sharing the link somewhere, so that he can join, uh, and we could potentially talk about this in private. Um, we'll talk about things in private because I'm interested in doing a collaboration and seeing what we can come up with as far as trying to make YouTube profitable for us. Um, yeah, we're going to. Um, Appreciate that, man. So if you have a Discord, definitely feel free to jump on in and then send me a friend request, or I'll send you one, and then we can chat privately about whatever you wanted to talk about. What's pretty funny is I'm usually a pessimist by nature, but I've kind of been feeling more and more hopeful. Oh, you don't? Well, I mean, it's easy to set up. Completely free. You don't pay a thing for it. Because I'm not sure how else we would communicate. Um, I mean, not unless we talked on something like Zoom or or Reddit or yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I personally find Discord to be pretty safe unless you're a knucklehead like I've been in the past and trust some pretty shady people and then get hacked twice. Still can't believe that happened to me, but whatever. It's all in the past. What he's referring to is the link that he posted for Discord. That's how you get into the channel. Something's going on out there. Looks like an ambulance. Mine. I don't remember what the numbers are. Because I can't actually look at Discord while I'm streaming. Since I'm doing it on my phone. Um, Actually, hold up. Oh, I just remembered. I don't know if you'd be interested in this, but I used to be part of a Discord server called Camp Callout. And it's politics based, but there's a lot of good people there. Although I recall you said that you don't really want to focus on politics, which, hey, that's pretty great because I would rather not focus on politics myself. Uh, oh, I'm not going anywhere. I see we've got three views. Please consider liking. Um, it helps out with the stream. It uh, potentially brings in more viewers. That's another thing too. You could still do politics, but maybe put a spin on it. Maybe do it do it on politics from a fictional from a I don't know, from a movie or a series that you like to watch. Um, Someone told you to try for a couple of months, maybe a year. Yeah, that's what I've heard too. But you need to be diligent. You need to put out videos pretty much every day. Um, Ideally, probably two a day. I've been slacking on that myself. But well, especially if you don't have that much time to do it. I mean, you more or less have a full-time job. It's also important to note that, given the way things are going, certain jobs are just going to become non-existent in the future. Jobs like content creation, acting, um, it's controversial, but people that train AI, those I would say are pretty much future proof. But others are going to be on their way out. I mean, it was unavoidable because technology was always going to replace certain uh, types of employment, but I don't think anybody expected a full takeover or wanted to take a full takeover. Um, the interesting thing is scientists are probably going to be in higher demand than ever before. uh, Scientists, doctors, nurses. Forgive me for rambling, but I actually have a friend who is a scientist. He's an astrophysicist. He never actually got a job as one, but he's uh he's got his degree in that and earned his master's. I wouldn't be surprised if he's as smart as Stephen Hawking, to be honest. Or close to that level. I just had an idea for a video. Well, it's an idea I've had for a while now, but I just had an idea for how I could actually do it. My one dream for in regards to YouTube was that I wanted to bring back the old school group streams that people would do, um, where they would talk about anime and other things relating to fiction, and they would just hang out for a few hours, and that's something I always wanted to be a part of. But I mean, it's probably not gonna happen. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Z, could you post that link again? Um, okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be right back. Alrighty, I sent you a friend request. It'll be Katen, Katen, uh Ressash, no, not Ress, ReshUUken, I believe it is. Anyway, so I might end this. Um, I would go longer, but it's pretty much just the two or three of us at the moment. Um, and it has been over an hour. So, uh, to anyone watching the stream right now, thank you for watching. Thank you for participating in the conversations. Thank you for the likes and subs. Um, and the same to all who watch this after the fact in the recorded version. Also, thank you for watching, liking. Please, if you like any of this content, please consider subscribing. As always, and take care of yourselves.